today we'll be practicing patterns with mi flat or may, which you can show by making the mi hand sign and then curving your fingers. Let's listen to how the scale sounds when you flat the third note mi. First in normal, do, re, mi, and now as flat, do, re, mi. If do is in a key in which the third note is a natural sound, as in C major, you'll end up with the notes C, D, E. To make them into the flatted mi or may, you'll just change it to C, D, E flat. However, when you are starting in a key in which the third scale degree is sharp already, like D major, do, do, re, mi, D, E, F sharp. To change that to may, you're going to play D, E, F natural. So when you lower the sharp down a half step, it doesn't become a flat, it becomes a natural note. Before we start working on the patterns using flat mi or may, I want to talk about the difference between altering notes to make a new scale and altering notes within a scale. So most of the notes we've learned so far, like Fi and Si, are used to change the way a scale feels, and the whole song has that note in it. For example, we had songs that had the note te in them, and that created the Mixolydian scale. But actually, most of the time, a note changes for only a moment in a song, and when that happens, we call it a chromaticism. The note that changes, we call it a chromatic pitch. So in this case, all mays will have to be considered as a chromatic pitch. Now, why is that? Well, if you change do, re, mi into do, re, mi, what does that sound like? Well, it just sounds like a minor scale, right? So if we have a scale that goes do, re, mi, you might say to me, well, that's just the minor scale, and we would call that la, ti, do. So why even bother having may? Well, it happens that some songs have a little bit of mi and a little bit of may, and we don't want to be constantly switching back between the la, do, the la as the main note and the do as the main note. So we stick with do as the main note and just change that third scale degree whenever it switches to that minor feel. So here then are the examples. Remember, you can always pause and listen as many times as you need before you write. Here's the first one. It starts on do. That was in A major. Be sure to write the key signature before you go on. So in A major, we have 3 sharps. And the pattern went do, re, mi, do, re, mi. So I go A, B, C, sh, A, B, C, natural. Here's the next pattern. I'll sing it for you. Loo, 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 loo. And here then is the answer. We are in C major, no sharps or flats, started on high do. Do, so, mi, Since in C major, the me would be E natural, may be E flat. Here's our next example, starting on do. Pause and write, and here's the answer. Since we're in G major, we have one sharp, and the answer was do, re, re, do, 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 re, may. Here's our next example, starting on do. Listen again. And here's your answer. We're in F major, so we have one flat, and the answer goes do, re, mi, re, do, re, may. And here is your last example. Let me sing it for you. Here then is your answer. We are in D major, so we have two sharps. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.